Welcome back to the Hillbilly RV channel. Work is slow right now, so not a lot of work. So I'm gonna do a video today. I'm gonna talk about some of the recent comments I've had on some videos. I am starting to post videos to the other channel, the Hillbilly RV Behind the Curtain channel. If you feel like checking that out, it's just behind the scenes stuff. It's not RV work. It's what else is going on in my life, what projects I'm doing right now, you know, just everyday life, pretty much. If you want to watch that kind of garbage, go check it out. There will be a link down below, or you can just click on the other channel tab on the home page of the Hillbilly RV YouTube channel where you're watching this video right now. I guess it was my last video, the furnace video. I said in that video that the customer made me question the gas pressure after I had the furnace out on the back of the truck, because he'd asked me something about, you know, is my pressure regulator good? So, well, it's working, right? He said, yeah, everything else works. I said, well, it's probably okay. So I checked his gas pressure and I stated it was, you know, 14 water column inches, just a smidge under, rock solid. Even when I turned the eyes on the stove, just rock solid pressure. Everything's good there. Travis, he commented on that video. He said in Arizona, 11 water column inches is the maximum. Okay, well, you know, I'm not picking on Travis. Yeah, there's just so much misinformation out there. I don't know, did he get this off of another YouTube channel? I don't know. I mean, 11 to 14 water column inches is what every RV propane appliance I've ever worked on says. Right on it, there's usually a tag on it that says it requires 11 to 14 water column inches of gas pressure to operate. And no matter what state you're in, it's the same. It's the same appliances, so it does not change from state to state. And he says that RVIA, which is recreational vehicle something something, I don't even know what it stands for. I don't have any of those credentials. He says they suggest 8 water column inches. That ain't gonna work, folks. I think he's confused. I think what he's talking about here is the 8 water column inches. That's doing the leak down test, okay? And that's actually changed over the last few years. And I think it's because all these campers now have these rubber propane lines. They won't pass the old leak down test. Because it used to be hook your manometer up in the gas system, pressurize the system, cut it off, cut the gas off at the tanks, and then you would bleed the pressure down to 10 water column inches and then wait 10 minutes. If it didn't drop, you're good. Now they want you to bleed the pressure down to 8 water column inches for 3 minutes. So I'm thinking that's what Travis was thinking about. He's got confused. Quick Google search just before I turn the camera on. Natural gas, now it gets different, is 6 to 7 water column inches. And of course, propane is 11 to 14. That 11 to 14 water column inches works out to about 0.4 to 0.5 psi. Okay. Why do you have a pressure regulator? Because the tank is producing between 1 and 200 psi. So you could imagine what would happen if you tried to hook an appliance up with no pressure regulator when it's supposed to have 0.4 to 0.5 psi, and all of a sudden it's got 100 to 200 psi. Not a good day for that appliance and probably whatever that appliance is installed inside of. So yes, that's why we have pressure regulators. It regulates the pressure down from tank pressure to a pressure that's usable by the appliances. Okay, is that all clear now? I hope that, you know, makes sense to you, and maybe it clarifies some things. Because like I said, there's a lot of misinformation out there. That's one of the reasons I started this YouTube channel, because at the time I hadn't found anybody doing RV repairs that actually knew what they were doing. And then as soon as I started the channel, I found a couple guys, and they're doing a fantastic job. You probably know who they are. In that same video, Ed McGuire, he said, you know, if you watch that video, I kind of struggled to get the innards of that furnace out of that case, and it's been a struggle for my whole career. Some of them slip right out, some of them just don't want to come out, don't want to go back in. He suggested just screwing the case down to the back of the truck with a couple screws, and then get that. Other than having holes in the floor, I think it's a fantastic idea, and maybe I'll use that in the future. Thank you, Ed, for that idea. Like I say, it is a good idea. I just don't know if I want holes in my floor, because the van has a plywood floor, probably a 3/4 inch plywood floor, which, you know, a couple of holes ain't gonna hurt nothing, but you know, 50 holes would probably not be a good idea. Terry Smiles commented on a video that was actually a while back. Me and Cameron were switching out a bad heat pump, roof heat pump, air conditioner / heat pump, whatever. He said, you didn't really explain much about anything, like the heat pump, nothing. I commented him, it's honest. I mean, I don't really know how heat pumps work. It's magic to me. I mean, I know the compressor's the Freon, and then it's allowed to expand, you know, in another chamber, and that makes cold, and then does the whole thing all over again. But it's magic to me. I don't really understand how that stuff works, and you know, I don't have to be honest with you. You know, RV air conditioners are pretty simple, and even so simple, even I can work on them. So I don't really have to understand the whole theory of operation. But thanks for the comment, Terry. And I don't even remember actually which video this comment came from, but I thought it was cute. Steve commented that Tex never mentioned clutch capacitors or quantum diodes or thermostat controllers. Well, he's right. We don't mention that stuff because it doesn't exist. I got a kick out of that one, Steve. I really did. I literally laughed out loud. I mean, yeah, I got a 6th sense of humor anyway, but I really enjoyed that comment, Steve. Thank you very much for that. All right, now this is a good one. The refrigerator video that I recently did, where we determined through tests that the cooling unit was bad. Okay, I had a lot of comments on this. I got comments about the old wives' tales about taking the refrigerator out, hitting the cooling unit with a rubber mallet. Okay, I did see that work one time. I used to experiment with all these wives' tales, you know, and like I said, I saw that work one time. I took a refrigerator out that appeared to have a blockage. The cooling unit wasn't working. The refrigerant wasn't circulating for whatever reason. Probably a blockage, because there had been no leak, but it wasn't working. And I did the old rubber mallet thing. Hey, started working. A few weeks later, I got the call. Hey, that refrigerator you worked on, it ain't working again. Well, it stopped up again. So I don't think that's a permanent fix. I mean, once in a while, yeah, that may fix it, and it may run for years. I don't know. That's not been my experience. Like I said, I have seen it work once, and it only worked for a short period of time. Refrigerators in cold weather. All right, yes. Just before I went to work on that video, the week before, we had that big cold snap like everybody else. There at Christmas time, you know, we were even below zero. We were in single digits and below zero 4 nights in a row. One day it didn't get above 10 or something. So it was a pretty cold snap. And yes, I totally agree. RV refrigerators don't work well when it gets that cold, because the back side of the refrigerator where your vents are is exposed to the elements. Whatever the temperature is outside your RV, that's the air that's circulating behind the refrigerator. And yeah, when you put air that cold in the, going through that cooling unit, it does not work very efficiently. I've never seen them just completely quit working when it gets super cold. They just get really inefficient. The refrigerator and the freezer may warm up inside just because it's not working very well. But as soon as the temperatures warm back up, it takes back off and working normal. Because I even had people comment that the chemicals in the cooling unit would solidify, freeze. I don't know about that. Now maybe in a much more cold climate than West Virginia, I don't know, because I'm not experienced with that. I mean, we very seldom ever get below zero, and it's usually not for long. That was an unusually long and severe cold snap for us, because usually if it gets that cold, it only does it for a day or two. But that was like 4 or 5 days. It was a pretty good one. The old wives' tale about turning a refrigerator upside down that has a blockage. Never seen that one work. I've tried it. Back in the day, I tried it several times. Turn a refrigerator upside down, leave it for 24 hours or 12 hours or 8 hours or 2 hours or 10 minutes. Every old wife has a different tale, Never seen that one work. So as far as I'm concerned, don't waste your time on that one. If your cooling unit's bad, your cooling unit's just bad. It sucks. Bite the bullet. Do something. If you're going to replace the cooling unit, do that. If you're going to replace the refrigerator with another absorption refrigerator, do that. If you're going to switch to a 12-volt refrigerator, do that. If you're going to go residential, do that. But don't just keep playing around with a bad cooling unit. You're wasting your time. Well, folks, that is all I have today. If you watched this video this far, thank you so much. Really appreciate all of you out there. The channel continues to grow, and it humbles me. I really appreciate everybody out there, and all you ladies that fix stuff. You're a huge part of my channel. What's going to happen in 2023? I don't know. Probably going to be, I really plan on cutting way back. I'm not going to be working near as hard as I've been working. I want to do more videos where I travel and go watch other people work and video that. I know, and I keep saying this, but I want to do more stuff on the Facebook page. Facebook has just been giving me so much grief the last few months. I've been kicked off of pages as administrator, and I'm the only administrator. And I don't know, we get all that straightened out, and it's still it's not user friendly, but I'm going to try my best to start posting more stuff on the Facebook page. And so watch for that. If you haven't been to the Facebook page, if you do Facebook, go check it out. Maybe I'll be doing more. I'd like to build the community there and see what can happen there. I think that's all I've got for today, folks. I am not going to go up the road and fix another one. I'm actually going to edit videos. I'll edit this video. I've got a bunch of other videos for the Hillbilly Behind the Curtain. I want to get those edited today and get those ready to upload. So that's going to be my day. Why don't y'all have a day? Go down there and leave me a comment, a criticism, a concern. Check out all the stuff that's going on down there. Lots of links. And y'all have a fantastic day.